Hello my lovely Scorpios, welcome to your July 2021 reading, and also welcome to any new watchers. Thank you for sharing your energy. New energy is always welcome, so thanks for popping in. So as usual, I'm going to pull a couple of Wisdom Oracle cards just to see what your energy is doing in July, and then we'll go into the main read after. So just bear with me while the cards jump. I do prefer the jumpers, it's just a personal preference. There's no wrong way of doing this, except like that, when everything falls on the floor. Right, so we've got, let's keep the one on the floor because it was facing upwards, and we'll just go for one more. Okay, that wants to come out. Lovely. So we've got to be fair. I'm going to read from the book for that one because I don't want to give you a dud steer. I use quite a number of cards and I can't memorize them all, but I do know that Wisdom Oracle are one of my favorites, but they're more in depth than they suggest on the surface. So I'm going to go deeper into this one. And then we've got the Regeneration card, which is one of my favorite. This is the Phoenix rising from the ashes. This is about, as it suggests, regeneration, transition. It's a new cycle. It's about having come through a bad period and now you're rising like the Phoenix out of the ashes. Really, really beautiful. But let's just go to be fair, which is number 38. And what does that say? The essential meanings: balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. So I'm going to read just a snippet out of the message itself. It says, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. I'm really, really glad I read that because there is so much more to it than meets the eye, and it is about balance. I mean, she's holding a set of scales, isn't she? So there you are, the cause and effect. The universe always rights itself. You know, it's the butterfly effect. The butterfly flutters its wings in Australia, and it has an effect here down in the UK, you know, the opposite side of the world. There's always an effect to an action. But, you know, as it said, as it suggested at the end of the paragraph, this is you rising, this is you starting again after or asking you to embrace the ebb and flow of life, the ups and downs, and when you can do that, you can then re-emerge. You know, you can re-emerge in a more victorious way and a more knowledgeable way for having experienced whatever it is you're experiencing. It's the good and the bad. You know, they're really, I mean, yeah, they feel bad, but they're all useful, these experiences we go through. Right, so now that I've waffled on for a wee while, let's just get the main read out. And I'll wait until all the cards are laid out before I start the read, otherwise it's going to be disjointed, so just bear with me. That's probably the energy you're in at the moment, because we're nearing July now. Right, what energy is coming in for the lovely Scorpios? There you go, in July 2021. And what's the challenge for Scorpio in July, please? Any challenges? Yes. You're not going to want to hear that one, but it's not bad. And now the advice from Spirit. Thank you. And it, wow. Advice from Spirit. And potential outcome. Loving the potential outcome here. And I need to clarify the advice from Spirit. So just bear with me. I'm going to take that one because it wanted to come out. And I sort of did, I was umming and ahhing, but I think it needs to be there. So on the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. Queen, it's about patience. I know you don't want to hear it, Scorpio, and I'm sorry, but I've got to say it. It's about patience and understanding. Whatever it is, whatever situation you're in, and as a general, it's going to be different for all of you. So, you know, take the bits that resonate and run with them. Yeah, you know, apply some patience to whatever situation it is, whether it be a love relationship, a new job, a business, a new home, or just anything that you're struggling with at the moment. It requires patience, and that period of patience that you give this circumstance or yourself will bring in clarity. It's about self-control. It's about taking a step back and just watching things unfold. It demands patience in order for you to see clearly. So there you go, overarching. You've got regeneration here, so I'm not worried at all. I know it can be a bit uncomfortable when we have to be patient and we don't want to be. So the energy that you're in at the moment, if you're not already in, it's probably on the verge of coming in. We've got the Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Now this tells me that you're persevering with something, that you're standing your ground is the wrong phrase. It's about overcoming. It's about overcoming obstacles, focusing, moving forward with determination. It's you being, right, this is what I'm doing, this is the path I'm taking, and sticking to your guns. That's what it's about. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles here. This signifies change. So on top of the perseverance card here, of you maintaining your focus and eye on the prize type thing, you've got change coming in, and this change is going to be it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, change is progress, so we've got to allow the change to come in. So there's a mild disruption on top of that coming your way, but don't fear. I would say go with your heart, look within, go with your heart space, you know, use your soul voice to figure this out. Like I said, it's a mild disruption, it's a blip, but the Five is about progress and change. So nice, absolutely nice. And then we've got the energy coming in is the Nine of Wands, which is great to see, because this to me says that you're reaching a milestone. So whatever you've been persevering with, whatever you've been focused on, you're nearly there. It's about advancement, it's about reaching goals, and it's about motivation. So, you know, when we get to where we're nearly going, the motivation in us, God, where does it come from? It's almost inbuilt, isn't it? And, you know, you are going to have the motivation to absolutely go for the 10. You're at the 9, you're nearly there, so keep on going. The challenge is, Scorpio, you're not going to want to hear this, is patience. You know, I'm laughing, and it's mean to laugh because I can't bear getting the Queens, you know, when it's a read of my own. The Queens are fantastic cards, but they do demand patience, and you know, they're composed, they're patient and understanding, you know. So this is asking you, you know, there's got to be a little bit more patience here, because obviously you are at the 9, not quite at the 10, but I know you have the motivation to get to the 10, but it might not happen as quickly as you want it to. So a modicum of patience is required, my lovely Scorpios. And then we've got the advice from Spirit, and we've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands, and I had to pull a clarifier on this because, you know, we've got a couple of 8s here, and to me, when I see these two cards together, I feel obstacles and barriers, but also it's not external. I think this is internal obstacles and barriers. But why would Spirit be giving you this sort of advice. That's why I needed the clarifiers. So, you know, there's a blockage here that needs to be overcome. So the clarifying cards, we've got the Three of Wands and the Emperor. The Three of Wands, really glad to see this under the eights, because this is about, you need to get creative to get past any blocks that you come across. You need to think outside the box. Sorry to use that phrase. You need some lateral thinking. Again, sorry to use that phrase. And you need to use your imagination. It's about discovery. It's about changing the seasoning in your food just to see how it tastes, rather than having the same old dish with the same old flavour. You know, instead of putting oregano on your potatoes, put some rosemary, type of thing. I do love a food analogy, so you must excuse me. So yeah, this is about get creative, get those juices flowing to overcome any obstacles or barriers that you may come across. And then I love that the Emperor insisted on coming out here, because the Emperor is a tactician. It's about getting creative, and after you've got creative, use what you've found, use the little nuggets that you come across, but it's about measured movement. It's about not just going gung-ho. It's about being analytical about your next move, rather than just placing your chess piece willy-nilly on the board wherever. You know, the Emperor's a tactician. You've got to, and chess is a tactical game, as is life, or can be. So it's about being measured about your next move. So yeah, it seems like you've got a couple of blockages there. I think they may be self-imposed. But yeah, get creative, use your imagination to get by it. You'll be absolutely fine. And this is your potential outcome, Scorpio. You know you can. You know you got it. Those pearls of wisdom. Actually, they're pearls in her hand, aren't they? In the hands there. You've got the pearls of wisdom. You've got the strength. You can do it. Blips, yeah, there will be blips. But you can overcome those. And there are cards here saying you can overcome those. You've got the perseverance. You know, you've got the wherewithal. You know, so move forward with determination and be confident that you know what your next move is going to be. So, you know, it's time for regeneration. It's time to rise from the ashes. It's time to shine. You know, it's transition time. And transformation. Really, really beautiful. So let's just grab the Animal Oracle and see if they can't throw a couple of nuggets of inspiration into July for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Right. Really glad to see the Strength card there. Not that it, you know, it's an angsty read. It's not, but it's got its blips. It's, you know, which is absolutely normal. It's called life. Well, there's one. Let's just wait for the next one, and there's the next one. Wonderful. So we've got here, Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. In comes the Emperor. That's what the Emperor is all about. He's really, really astute and very tactical. So use your mind wisely. Once you've done your creative thinking and thought outside of that box, use the information that you glean wisely. And I love, love, love the ultimate card, the Starfish Spirit. Open to infinite possibilities. You know you can. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, Scorpio. What can I say? It's a lovely read. It's not without its ebb and flow, but that's where your To Be Fair card comes in. That's about the balance, finding the balance, and we need the good and the bad. You know, nothing is ever wasted. These are experiences that make us grow and help us learn. So wonderful. Have a wonderful July. I hope that helped. From my heart to your heart, thank you very much for your likes, shares and subscribes. It means the world. And have a wonderful July. Don't forget to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and each other. Toodle pip.